if you didn't see this coming, I don't know what to say. But it's amazing. It's so good. It's so good. It's insane how good it is. From the first episode, the artistic like vision is just dialed up. The animation's still amazing. The fight scenes are still amazing. The soundtrack frickin' slaps. The fight scenes had me like coming out of my chair. It's like they took everything that they did with the Echo fight scene in season 1 and that raw opening that kind of set the tone for the episode in terms of like artistic vision, and they've applied that to every single episode now, which just elevates it to like another level of just it's beautiful. It's so good. The only thing that's like sticking out to me a little bit is like the dialogue feels a little rushed in some of these like really intense moments, but I think that that's more so because of the fact that the backstory's already been established for these characters, so we don't need these like lingering moments as much, and we're just fast tracking so much. It feels like a freight train. Every single episode, like 6 important things happen. And they've taken these stories and they've developed them to like just an extra tier. Like the relationship with Vi and Caitlyn. It's not perfect, okay? Which is exactly what I wanted to see. The worst thing that could have happened is you take these complex characters and then you just make a 1-to-1 plus equals 2 formula and you just make no conflict in the relationship. It's phenomenal what they're doing. Jinx's relationship with Isha, phenomenal, okay? If Jinx is going to out to Savika at any point that she actually killed Silco and she's responsible for all this stuff. Like, there's all of these things that they're setting up that might happen, that might not happen, that are just so good. It's so good. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then on top of that, you have the, relationship with the Ken Barons. And then what is Singed motivations? How is he tying into this? Because he's obviously making moves, but like, for what purpose? Why? Okay, Caitlyn getting roped in to Ambessa's scheme and her seeing that like visceral, violent wrath inside of her, and then just kind of like coaxing and stoking that fire to put her in a position where she can use it. I mean, Ambessa is Medina's, or like is a Medarda or whatever. I can't remember the name of the other Medarda at the moment, but like they are so good at playing the political game. They're so good at it, it's insane. It's so good to see intelligent characters making intelligent decisions. And the fact that when Victor comes out of like his stasis, that like it's Victor, but it's not. It's not Victor. You can tell very much that it's not the Victor you knew before anymore. And it's the same thing with Jace, but how openly Jace accepts him and just says, you're alive. Victor's in a state of shock with his body, with what's happened to him, and Jace's only concern is that he hasn't lost somebody else that he cares about and loves in this moment. But like, it's just so well done. I can't even express how well done it is. Like, it's top tier. It's just top tier. They've done a phenomenal job again, and I can't recommend that you go watch it enough. It's a 10 out of 10, it's a 100, it's a 5 out of 5. Like, there may be some aspects that you're missing in terms of, like, I would not recommend starting Season 2 if you haven't seen Season 1 yet. That, for sure, I would not recommend doing. But at the end of the day, like, it's all there. And now what you're seeing is like exactly what I said about Season 1, where you have these color contrasts in terms of the design, with the bright colors in the upper city and the muted colors in the undercity, and they're very much getting swapped. There's a lot of rain, there's a lot of darkness, there's a lot of gritty, seeping imagery up in the upper city now, and as Jinx takes over and the Chem Barons take over and things become more volatile in the undercity as well, it's more vibrant, right? It's almost like the one environment quite literally decays via chaos because it's established on order and progress, and the other thrives on the violence and the chaos and the uncertainty. And I love how Jinx's character's matured from this kind of like manic, psychotic episode child to like this now fully established, secure, and psychotic adult who's just like fully owning it and into it and making much more conscious decisions that are not as like reactionary. And I see that in the relationship with with Savika. But I'm all on board. I think that this is done so well. I'm super excited to see where they go with the season. And honestly, I really, really could not be happier with the way that this looks right now. With the way that this looks right now, I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. Like, this is just a quick review of part 1, but I cannot wait for part 2. I am, like, over the moon about the series right now. Completely over the moon about it. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm not going to get into, like, all of the specifics. I think once Season 2 fully wraps, like, maybe I'll do a more in-depth, like, review and kind of reaction to it. But that's going to be it for now.